Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there was a lovely little village, nestled between the soft folds of rolling green hills. In this sweet village lived a girl named Belle. Belle was not an ordinary girl. She was the most beautiful girl in the village, with her chestnut hair, eyes as bright as the morning sky, and heart as pure as a sparkling spring. Yet, Belle was loved not just for her beauty, but her kind spirit and courteous mind, which made her adored by everyone. Close to the village, atop the high hill, stood a mysterious castle. It was an enormous building structure wrapped in ivy and veiled in shadow, an imposing sight that could not be ignored. Rumors had it the castle was haunted by a terrible beast. Years ago, an enchantress who was dressed in a gown of midnight blue had visited the castle seeking shelter from a terrible storm. She offered a single rose to the fine and arrogant prince who dismayed her due to her outward appearance as punishment, lack of kindness. She transformed him into a beast. The only way to break the curse was if someone loved him. Despite his monster from before the last petal fell from a magical rose, she left in a glass tomb. One day, Belle's father Maurice, a kind and inventor, was on his way to far-off market. On this journey, fierce storm erupted and seeking shelter. Maurice stumbled upon the airy castle. Maurice entered the large wooden doors, his boat echoing in the vast cold hallways. Suddenly, he noticed a warm glow from a nearby room. Maurice found himself in a beautiful garden room, where the temperature perfect and the most exciting plants flow his. But what caught his eye was not the wreath of color, but a single perfect rose enchanted in a glass dome, standing alone on a marble pedestal. It was so beautiful, so perfect, that he was drawn to it like a moth to a flame. Unable to resist, he decided to take the rose for his beloved daughter Belle. Suddenly, a deep rumbling roar echoed through the hills. A beast terrifying beyond words, with ferocious eyes and sharp teeth, emerged from the shadow. Maurice had never seen such a creature, and fear seized him. He was punished for his theft by being locked in the dark, cold dungeon beneath the castle.
Who are you? What are you doing here? You are not welcome here. I'm sorry. What are you staring at? Nothing. So, you come to stare at the beast, have you? Please, I mean no harm. I just needed a place to stay. I give you a place to stay. Oh, no, please.
When Belle's father did return, Belle set out her worry, overpowering her fear. She journeyed into the forest, following the same route her father went and guided by the moon's silvery glow. She found her father locked in the castle dungeon.
Wait,
Take me instead.
you will take his place?
If I did, would you let him go?
Yes, but you must promise to stay here forever.
Come to in the light.
No, Belle, I won't let you do this.
You have my word.
Done.
In the castle passage, and Belle was not a prisoner in the dungeon, but rather kept as a guest in a fine room of the castle. And his day turned into weeks, Belle discovered that beneath the beast's scary exterior lay a heart full of kindness. The beast, in return, was moved by Belle's beauty and intelligence. the two spent their days exploring the castle, reading from the vast library and enjoying meals together. Belle began to feel a strange want toward the Beast. One night, the Beast in his royal blue attire and fit Belle to a dance. As they swirled around the grand house, something magical happened. They looked into other eyes and saw not a beast or a pioneer but kindred spirit. That night, the Beast gave Belle his magical mirror to which she could see her father. To his dismay, Belle saw her father sick with worry and cold. Lost in the forest, searching for her, torn between her promise and love for her father, Belle decided to return home. The Beast, despite his heart glad. While in the village, a proud and egotistical man named Gaston, who desired Belle, learned about the Beast and was furious that she had chosen the Beast over him. While the jealous and rage, Gaston led Moon to storm the castle intending to slay the Beast. As the village attacked, the Beast, despite his immense strength, could not find the will to fight, for his heart was heavy with the fear of losing Belle. Belle, witnessing the scene, threw herself in front of the Beast, shielding him from Gaston's wound. Her acts of love touched the Beast's heart deeply and finding enough strength, he fought back, eventually defeating Gaston. However, the Beast was gravely injured and as he fell to the ground, he thanked Belle for showing him what it meant to love and be loved. With tears streaming down her face, Belle held the Beast close, whispering, "I love you." Just at the last petal of the rose fell, suddenly bursts of magic erupted from the rose, bathing the room in a warm golden light. The Beast's massive form began to change, his growth turning into growth of a man. Before Belle's amazed eyes, the Beast was no more. Instead, there lay a handsome prince with kind eyes very much alive. The curse was broken not by a hero wielding a sword, but by a brave girl wielding love. Belle, the girl from the village who loved books and adventure, had saved a prince with her generous heart. The prince stood up feeling the warmth of life flowing in his veins. He held Belle close, his heart beating inside with hers. The castle too was freed from its gloom. The village who had finished the transformation were astounded. They asked for forgiveness for their unfounded fears. And so they lived not merely happily ever after, but bravely, kindly, and lovingly ever after. For they knew that life would bring more adventure and more challenges, but as long as they had each other, they could face anything. After all, as Belle always believed, the real magic was not in spell or choices, but in the page of book.